So a while ago I asked you guys what Star Wars topics would you like to be covered. I asked this on my community tab and a lot of you talked about Force Ghosts. You wanted me to address the times that Force Ghosts had talked to Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and so forth. This is one of the rare times where it is an ambiguous thing, and it has nothing to do with after Return of the Jedi. We go back to Revenge of the Sith, believe it or not, at the time when Darth Vader had just accepted to be the apprentice of Darth Sidious, and he was on Mustafar. This is immediately after he wiped out the Separatist Council. But while on Mustafar, his old master, the voice of Qui-Gon, talked to the newly christened Darth Vader. It is very interesting to see the mind games that the brain of former Anakin Skywalker played on the now evil Darth Vader. The timeline of the first story, In Shadow of Vader's Castle, takes place of course on Mustafar, but just days after Order 66, where Anakin is still in his human form. He has still not dueled with Obi-Wan, but had just been done killing the Separatist Council by the orders of Emperor Palpatine. In the first page, we see a frightened Mustafarian running away from something or someone. The narration on this comic page goes on to say, all his life, Canon had wanted to see a Jedi. He had heard so many stories about them, the guardians of peace and life, protectors of the light. And then came the news. A rumor whispered over the fire plains. A Jedi Knight had been spotted on Mustafar, in the lava mines of all places, as it is revealed that Canon is actually not running away, but running towards Anakin. Anakin is on the ledge, watching over the Separatist Mustafarian mines. The boy raced through the mining complex, hardly believing his luck. How many Mustafarians could say they had laid eyes on a genuine hero of the Republic? And there he was, just as Canon had always imagined, tall and majestic in billowing robes. But something was wrong, something dark, something evil. As Anakin quickly rotated his head to notice the Mustafarian, Canon knew the truth as soon as he saw the stranger's face. This was no Jedi. Anakin by this point had fully turned to the dark side. A single tear could be seen on his cheek and his burning orange-yellow eye. He was no Jedi. He was now a Sith Lord, Darth Vader. It was the eyes that made him run, so full of anger, so full of hate. Canon now is running away from Darth Vader, but Vader is in no hurry. He is slowly following the Mustafarian, trying to get rid of him. As Canon is running away, that's when it is revealed that the narrator is another Mustafarian mine worker. He goes on to say, that's when I saw them, heading down into the foundry. A Mustafarian boy hunted by a monster. Of course, this was before we learned what the monster had done. Now, as I said, what he has done is not only killed the Jedi Order single-handedly together with the 501st, but now he had slaughtered the Separatist Council in the offices above. As Vader finally takes off his cloak to reveal his face, his glowing eyes burning with hate and with anger, he ignited his blue lightsaber, time to finish off the Mustafarians. The narrator reveals that Vader did not want any witnesses. But as Canon is hiding, he is slowly grabbed by the mine worker. Quiet boy, he says to Canon, he cannot hear us. The worker was named Lelis. Lelis asked Canon, does his mother know that he is here? And Canon naively said no, and he apologized, but he just wanted to see the Jedi. Lelis could not wait anymore. He told him that the apologies need to wait, but right now they need to get out of there first. Lelis had worked on these mines all his life. The first thing he learned is how dangerous it is to play with the repulsor vents. Now this danger would be most welcome, as this was the only thing that could possibly save them, playing with the vents, as Lelis activated some sort of neurotoxin gas that engulfed Anakin, who was searching for the boy. Now the gas was overwhelming. Of all the fumes that drift up from the lava lakes deep underground, these are the most potent. as now Darth Vader was starting to cough. He started to feel the effects of the gas. They started playing tricks in his head as a ghost emerged, calling for Skywalker. Anakin, or I should say Vader, was visibly confused and frightened. Fears and doubts were starting to emerge for Anakin. What have you done, Skywalker? As a ghost resembling Mace Windu emerged from the shadows. Suddenly, another ghost emerged, a ghost from the past. What have you become? Asked the ghost, and it was none other than Qui-Gon Jinn, the first Jedi Master that Anakin had. Now Anakin was fully losing his mind. He started wielding his lightsaber towards the ghosts, saying no, not believing they were real. He yelled out that the ghosts are not real as he swinged his lightsaber around trying to kill them. But more ghosts emerged. Now it was Plo Koon, and on his right it was Padme. Kakan was now trying to escape as fast as he could, but the gas caught up with him as well, as Anakin's ghost quickly emerged from the gas and had found Kakan, with the last preview page showing us that Kakan now is falling from the ladder and falling down into the grasp of Darth Vader. You can clearly see the struggle that Darth Vader was having at the beginning of his Sith career. He always had that inside of his spirit, the mindset of disappointing Qui-Gon, his original master. This is, of course, leading to the fact that he never developed that fatherly relationship with Obi-Wan mostly. He just regarded him as an older brother rather than somebody with seniority who he should adhere to at any point in time. This is why we talk about constantly, if Qui-Gon would have been the master from the start and never died, Anakin's fate might have turned out completely different. This is all things that I want to see, but what these preview pages show us is that Darth Vader, even on Mustafar, was haunted by his past. We always see Darth Vader in his suit being tortured by his emotions, constantly being reminded of Padme or his fellow Jedi and who he betrayed, but this shows us that mere days or hours after Order 66, Anakin had already lost his mind as Darth Vader, even early on as that. So of course, what do you guys want to see in the full comic release as well? Talk to me down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.